Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I hope you're all fabulous. I am. I'm excited to share a few crafting treasures that I have managed to get for myself. And the first one I wanted to share with you, I actually did this little part of the video a few days ago because I wanted to start using the containers that I purchased. So I will flip to that now and show you the containers. So back in my craft room today, I have bits and pieces that I want to do, but I was doing a little bit of organising and I wanted to share my latest crafting resource with you before I go any further. So I'll just pull it across. So I have here these large trays. They're actually a set of 2. And I got a couple of sets of these because they stack inside each other. So I'm just looking to see. I don't think it has the measurements. They are about 3 inches high or 7.5 centimeters high. And they fit an A4 size piece of paper inside them. So I thought they'd be a great resource to have. I tend to end up with lots of piles of paper on my desks, and because these sort of stack inside each other, I can have flat sheets of paper sitting in here and then sit the next one on top, have flat sheets of paper and sit the next one on top. So I decided that I would try these to see if it was an effective way to save my desk space. I am always looking for spare room on my desks because I always seem to have individual piles of paper for individual projects. So I wanted to share those with you. I think they're fabulous. I think they're going to work really, really well. And then along with those, there's this little set of 4. So these are about 4.5 inches or 11.5 centimeters by 6 inches or by 6 inches or 15 centimeters roughly. And I think, oh no, they're about 2.25 inches or 6 centimeters high. So a little bit smaller. So I thought these would be really helpful in my craft room. I haven't decided exactly what I want to use them for, but when I'm doing little projects and I have pieces of ephemera that I don't necessarily want to put into my ephemera stash, I thought they might be really helpful for that. So I just grabbed one little set of those to try those out to see if they help. So I wanted to share those with you all before I get going. Okay, and those containers I've put to really good use, and they've been absolutely fabulous in my craft room so far. I'm loving them. I'm wishing I had have got more actually. From the big right down to the small. So I'm excited to share those with you, and they came from Big W. I think when I did that video I said Kmart, but they were actually a Big W purchase. So okay, so my next share with you is some doilies that I've managed to pick up, and I have quite the pile here. There's some really beautiful small ones right down to some larger ones. And I picked these up in 2 separate lots, but from the same buyer. Oh, sorry, from the same seller. I found them on my local marketplace. So I'll just quickly show you. There's a variety of different sizes here, which I really, really love. These tiny ones were quite a surprise. Fun find. So they'll make really beautiful pockets, I think. And I really loved the flower details on the outside of this, which I didn't really notice until I went to iron them. So I've washed and I've ironed each one of these. And I thought they were so, so pretty. The bigger ones, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I will use those to cut up. I've kind of been looking for some doilies that I felt comfortable cutting to use in my crafting. So far all I've done is really hoard them. I haven't used a lot of my doilies. Sorry, that was a bit of a confession there. because I don't know why. I just really love them and I haven't been game to use them. I used one on the cover of my wildflower journal, which I absolutely love that journal so much. That was one of my design team projects for Junk with Steph. And I used the doily on the outside of that particular journal and I really love the way that looks. So I don't know, there might be more like that in my future, who knows. But aside from that, I cannot really think of a time that I have used the doilies. But I'm hoping that this new selection will entice me. These, like I said, these small ones here, I got so excited about those. I wasn't going to show you all of them. I think there's a couple of double ups here, so these look like they belong to a set to me. Perhaps they are one of a twin set. Sorry, two of a twin set even. This one here looks to me like it was made as a dish cover. It's actually got tiny little shells. I don't know if you can see those. And I didn't actually notice those when I was washing them. I noticed them more so when I was ironing them. So a lot of them have come off, but that's fine. Just so pretty. I love them. They're in really good condition actually. A couple of them have a couple of stains, but not too bad. I think this one has a little bit of staining, but it's not over the top staining. So they are the last of my smaller doilies. And I love the blue one here. I thought that was really different, although I am partial to the neutrals, as I've shared with you now. I'm doing this standing up, so I'm hoping that's okay for you guys. I'm hoping my voice isn't too loud because I'm right next to the speaker. And I'm a little bit conscious about that. So there's this one here, which I thought could be a fun one around a cover of a journal too. Given the size, the height of it, who knows? I may end up cutting it up, but these larger ones, when I looked at them, that's what I thought of. This one's actually really fine. It's got a real delicateness about it, but I'm thinking it may be okay to cut. I'm thinking it may hold its shape, and that's one of the things that stopped me from cutting doilies in the past, is that I worry that once I cut them, they're going to lose their shape. And this one is similar to the last. It does have a little bit of staining. Again, the ones that have the staining, particularly this one here, I may end up tea dyeing too. I haven't decided yet, but I just think they're so pretty. And the lady that I purchased them from has told me that she does have more, so I will be keeping an eye out on those. I thought these could be really fun to cut out. Even the scalloped edges, love that. I think these next couple are similar, not the same. Oops, sorry. I hope the others were in camera. Not the same, but similar, I think. So, hoping they will cut okay. They sort of have a little bit more of a firmness to them, I suppose. So they will make really fun details. And even these little bits in here, I'm hoping that that will work okay. And that is the last. I just love them. I feel so lucky to have found them. And I will definitely be keeping an eye on that seller from now on in case she has some more on offer. It was really fun. I think the smaller ones were being sold, I think they worked out at 50 cents each, so they weren't expensive. Really excited about those. Now the next thing I have to share are some sheet and Tuna cover sets with you, which isn't in my usual shopping. But these presented themselves on my local marketplace. Sorry, I'm not quite in camera. And I really love the pattern. They're a newer set, so they're not vintage by any means, but they do have a little bit of a silkiness to the fabric, I suppose. I think they're a cotton and polyester blend from memory. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking I may take some. So as you can see here, this is a pillowcase. I have 2 pillowcases and a Tuna cover. I'm pretty sure it's a queen size bed Tuna cover. I'm hoping it will take tea stain okay, so I'm thinking about leaving some of it as is and then perhaps doing some tea staining with some of it also. So loved those. And all I really do is keep an eye out for fabrics that I think will suit my style. I'm not necessarily looking for any kind of particular item, whether it be upholstery fabric or dressmaking fabric or sheet sets or Tuna sets. Just things that I think speak to me and will work in whatever I'm making. So this next lot was actually a set, and again it's a Tuna cover, which I won't unravel, but you can see here the Tuna cover is very big. I believe it's a queen size as well. I can show you the pillowcases. So they have this really dark green at the edge into this pale green, then this it reminds me a little bit of a camouflage, but in the green and white, and then this really beautiful, this really drew me in. It's kind of got a natural look about it, so I really love that. And then they're just a creamy white on the back, which I think will take colour really well, which is probably what I'll do with the fabric on the back of these pillowcases. And I've got a funny feeling that the Tuna cover has the white. It does. Sorry, it has the white backing as well. So I know that I can pull these apart. I can stain or colour the backing fabric and get a completely different look out of those, and then use the fabric on the front separately. So that was a fun find. And they were actually being sold with a sheet set. So I have a pillowcase here. Again, these have all been washed. I've washed everything before I've shared it with you. They were in pretty good condition. The lady did tell me that these had been in storage, so I wash all of my fabrics and finds anyway. So yes, I really love the colour of these particular sheet sets, and I thought it would be a fun thing to, I'm pretty sure they were queen as well, so there's a fitted sheet and a flat sheet plus 2 pillowcases. I'm thinking they could be fun to keep some as is and also try dyeing some of those as well. I'm not sure how they will go taking a colour, but if I stick to similar colour tones, then I'm hoping I'll get some really fun results out of those. So my next shares were actually gifted to me. This set here, so I shared with you in a previous video the fabrics that I was lucky to be able to purchase from my local marketplace. They were fabrics that belonged to a patchworker, and the lady who was selling those contacted me just recently and said that she had some Tuna covers and pillowcase covers that she thought I might like the fabric for what I do. So, and she told me I could have it for free. So it was so sweet of her to think of me, and of course I said yes. Now the only fabric that she showed me was this, and this is a pillowcase. And I really loved it, and I think I could only see, like, there wasn't very much showing in the photo, but I was intrigued, and I really love the backing fabric on this Tuna cover and pillowcase set with the stripes. So I think that will be fun to dye as well. So again, may leave some of that plain and may have a little play with dyeing some of that. And it's a Queen Tuna cover set, and I'm pretty sure that the backing fabric is the same, which it is. So that was exciting. And ironically, the green fabric on this actually matches the green. Like, they work quite well together with the sheet set that I got, which was from somebody completely different. So that was really fun. Okay, so that was all I knew I was getting in the parcel that I picked up from this lady, and everything else was a discovery. So when I went to wash it was when I actually looked at it. This is a bed, what are they called? A Valance, I believe is what the word is. So, you know, the bed skirt that goes around the base of the bed. And it has that beautiful, oh gosh, what's that called? I cannot think of the fabric name, but I really, really love it. Oh gosh, I've gone blank. So, but it does have some staining, which kind of makes sense if it's sitting near the floor and people kick it and that sort of thing. So again, it's all been washed, but I think it might be really fun to keep the better parts as they are, and then the parts that are stained, perhaps I could try dyeing those. I think they would take a dye really, really well. And then it has this really fun, it's like a netting, which I think will be really, really fun for layering. And it's quite sheer. So that was exciting. It's all very exciting. And then along with that, there was a Tuna cover out of that same beautiful fabric. And I believe it's a queen size Tuna cover. So it is massive. Just trying to remember what the backing was. I think it was a fairly neutral. It is. It's almost like a calico, but I would say a slightly pinker tone. Only ever so slightly though. So again, all fabric that I can use, very much so. Just love that. And there's a skirt around the edge. So that'll be fun to unpick, and there'll be even more fabric in that. It's amazing how much fabric you can get just from that edging ruffle around a Tuna cover. Okay, and then also in the same parcel, there were a couple of newer looking Tuna covers. Now, they are quite shiny. Sorry about that, just adjusting the focus. They are quite shiny, and they do have, this one has some sequins on it, but so it's not necessarily a cotton. I didn't go looking for the label. It's almost got a silky satiny feel. I'm not saying it is silk or satin, I truly don't believe it is, but that's what it feels like. And I did look at it and wonder whether I would use it, but then I was like, I've actually used fabric like that before, especially in a dark brown, which I really, really love. So then I got super excited about this find as well, and it has that beautiful brown backing on the back of the Tuna cover. So it was funny when I actually got all of these together. They all work really beautifully together, which was very unexpected. And then there's this Tuna cover as well. Now, one of them was marked as a single, but I don't necessarily know. I think it was the last one was marked as a single. The rest, as far as I know, are all queen bed size. So, again, it has the shinier fabric, and I'm sorry if that's really hard to look at in camera, but the backing is a cotton. So, and being a neutral, again, it'll be really fun to either use as is or to have a little play with some staining. And that particular set has 2 pillowcases as well. This one is, it's like a ruffled area. So lots of fun to be had with these. I have actually wondered whether tea staining this particular fabric would tone down that shimmer as well. So all things that I can try later if I decide I want to. Perhaps if I try using it as is. The other thing was, sorry, finish your sentence, Sharon. If I try using it as is and I decide it's too shimmery for what I would like, or for the way I want to use it in a journal, I could try tea staining it and see if that will tone it down, which I feel like it might. So the other thing I was thinking about this fabric is that all of the really shimmery fabrics would be really fun for boho journals. Although they're not really bright, they kind of have that feel to me. And I have just watched Bridgerton on, I hope I said that right, on Netflix, and the fabric, the shiny fabric, it's kind of reminding me of all those beautiful dresses. So not necessarily out of place in a vintage style journal as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and I have one last share to show you all. This is a pianola roll, and I can tell you, honestly, I have been looking for pianola rolls for, goodness me, I would say maybe 18 months or something like that, and have not found any available in my area local to me. And I was talking to a really dear friend just recently, and she said to me, I've got some of those, you can have those if you'd like them. So she's bought around a box of pianola rolls for me and told me I could have them, and I'm so excited. The paper inside is absolutely gorgeous. So I am beyond excited to have these available to me, and I cannot wait to start using them. I will admit that it's going to break my heart just a little cutting it when I first cut into it, because it's got the company name here, G.H. Horton & Co. Limited, Sydney. It's kind of fun knowing that they're from Australia. It will break my heart a little cutting into it, because for me it's a heritage thing, and knowing how difficult it's been for me to find them, I just feel like they're a little bit of a rarity. But I honestly cannot tell you the last time I saw or heard somebody play a pianola. So I don't even remember that. Have I ever seen a pianola? I have seen one when I was younger. So quite a few moons ago. That's all I'm saying about that. So yeah, I do kind of feel like they will be given a new life by me using them in my journals. So such exciting finds. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed looking at these little treasures. I've been super excited to show you all, and I cannot wait to add them to my collection so I can start crafting with them. So thank you for joining me, and please everybody, stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye for now.